While explaining to Dave Coulier how he coped with their former Full House co-star's death, Stamos also revealed there was a detail of Saget's book that stood out to him, which had gone unnoticed before. John Stamos is revealing how he coped with Bob Saget's death. On the latest episode of the Full House Rewind podcast, the actor, 60, recalled how he spent his time after finding out his Full House co-star died in January 2022. Stamos said he found comfort in listening to Saget's voice on his audiobook to keep a piece of his friend with him. Do you remember when his book came out? Stamos asked podcast host and former castmate Dave Coulier. It was very dirty and weird. And for whatever reason, the night Saget died, I put on his audio tape and it gave me such comfort. I don't know why. He added, I listened to it every night when I went to sleep. After listening to Saget's stories for a while, Stamos said he realized there was a detail that stood out to him, which had gone unnoticed before. One morning I woke up and I was like, did he say, in his book, did he say he hit his head and that's how he died? He recalled. And I'm like, no, that couldn't be. And I went back to it and he talks as a joke about, I would hit my head and call TMZ and say, I'm dying. Wow, Stamos continued, noting how he was shocked that the joke manifested into a reality. Coulier, 64, noted that Saget left a void in all their lives, going on to reveal that he actually lived with Saget when he first moved to Los Angeles at 18. It was life imitating art, he joked, referring to their characters living together in Full House as well. Saget died on January 9, 2022 at the age of 65 after a sudden and tragic fall causing head trauma. On the second anniversary of his death, Stamos took to Instagram to honor his late friend. 2 years. Hard to believe, he wrote in a lengthy caption. As time moves on, that sharp pain I felt at the beginning, it's become a part of me. It doesn't feel as overwhelming as it did in the first year. Maybe I've just gotten used to it, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. He continued, part of me wishes I wouldn't get used to this feeling. To not think about it every minute means I'm getting used to him not being here. But then, I know Bob would want me to get on with my life. Yet, letting it drift away feels wrong too. It's such a drag that death is a part of life. Stamos went on to write about the grief he felt looking at a future without Saget. Emphasizing how special Saget was to him, Stamos also said that he is glad to be able to remember the good times the pair had. I guess what I'm trying to say is I miss him. A lot. Every day, the caption read, but I'm also grateful for the time we had, for the laughs, for the friendship. He was one of a kind, and I was lucky to call him my friend. I love you, baby. Thanks for being a part of my life. This isn't the first time that Saget has been discussed on Coulier's podcast. In April, the actor opened up about Saget's impact and a meaningful message that his former co-star left for him in 2021. He hugged everyone, and if you were going through a tough time, Bob was there for you, Coulier said, before sharing a more personal anecdote to describe Saget's character. When my brother Danny took his own life in 2021, Bob was the first person who called me and left a voicemail. The message was like an audio hug, Coulier said before he played it to close out the podcast episode. He also encouraged listeners to pass along the same kind of compassion that Saget showed him. I know it's not a time to call, but I'm right here, 24/7 right now, right here, Saget told Coulier in the voicemail. I love you, Dave, and I'm so sorry, Dave. You loved him. I'm so sorry. So I'm here. I'm here 24/7. Just call me anytime. Doesn't have to be now. It can be a week, whenever. I can just talk to you and listen. I love you so much.